Wonderful. So we're here today, the Dietitians View, trying to also, talk about nutrition topics. Today we're talking about seafood, fish, seafood, all that is together. And the dietary guidelines recommend that we consume fish twice a week. So a couple of servings, twice a week. However, most people are not getting those recommendations.
Right.
There's a lot of concerns. There is reasons why that they are concerned. And you did a blog recently on seafood and debunking the myths of seafood. And what was the thing that you found out that are the most concerning to the public?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. The number one reason is people are kind of concerned over eating seafood is that it's not safe. It contains toxins and the mercury, especially for those that are pregnant or trying to get pregnant for the development of their baby. So the recommendations includes the 8 ounces per week, so you can break that up however you'd like and whatever fits your lifestyle. And then to avoid those types of fish with high levels of mercury, and those could be shark, swordfish, king mackerel, but otherwise most of the other fishes are very safe, especially salmon. And tilapia is kind of the ones that consume like in the middle, so the dietary guidelines gave out that list that the fish that you consume the most,
like the middle line that don't consume every day, and perhaps the other ones you can consume more sporadic perhaps.
Right, exactly.
And the ones that we really need to be most concerned are fishes that we really don't consume that much, thankfully.
Exactly, and that are very expensive.
And they're very expensive, like shark,
right,
and mackerel, and all these other fishes that really are not fishes that seafood that we consume in a regular basis.
Right,
but I mean, when it talks, I think most people like salmon. That is on the list that you can eat no matter
Exactly.
Very
it's so versatile.
freely. It's it's very safe to eat. Now, when it comes to tuna, that one kind of was in the middle of the list.
Right.
But even I spoke with a toxicologist, and he even said that the benefits of seafood are so high that even if you were to have tuna twice a week, it will still be more beneficial than anything.
Exactly.
That any little levels that might be in there are hardly detectable.
For sure, they're so insignificant.
They're so insignificant, right? Now again, we always go back to moderation and to making sure that is that we have variety.
Exactly.
Not to eat the same. Even though I love tuna and I want to eat it every day, I have to hold myself and not have it every day.
Exactly, with your health in mind.
Exactly. So I can have other things into my diet too and bring other nutrients.
Exactly.
Super. So let's go to the next one.
Yeah, great. So another concern that a lot of people have over eating seafood is that they believe that the fish is higher in fat, so that makes them think that it's unhealthy, that they shouldn't consume it as much, but it's actually the good fat. It contains monounsaturated fat, which is mainly the omega-3 fatty acids, and these are vital for health. They're not vital. They give your body a lot of energy, and they help support brain function, development,
heart health as well.
Heart health, yes, it can help reduce those LDL or the bad cholesterol levels within your arteries, and that can help then reduce heart-related issues. They're also the omega-3s are like the building blocks of all your tissues and cell membranes within your body. So they're part of you, like proteins.
Exactly. And many people don't give it to their kids at an early age because the kids might think, oh, it's a little too fishy.
Yeah, but
however, it's one of the best things you can give children for brain development.
Exactly. So
because that fat is crucial, is even for protective for your heart as well as for brain development.
Definitely.
And you know that even when you have a baby, and we have one here today, you'll be hearing him, even throughout the first few years, and brain's still developing.
For sure.
The brain's still developing. And even us as adults, we need to keep those healthy brain cells.
Definitely.
And it's a way to keep from, having dementia or Alzheimer's perhaps.
Right. Young and old. The elderly population, you can struggle with some memory, and the DHA in the salmon
can slow that process
of
aging.
Exactly. So that was a really interesting finding.
Okay, so let's go to the next one. Let's talk about another concern that people might have when it comes to seafood.
Yeah, so the last concern that people have when it comes to seafood is that people are often afraid of getting sick from cooking it themselves. They're afraid if they're going to undercook the fish, which can happen, but a simple tip that the USDA guidelines actually recommend is that you could take the internal temperature of the fish after about 10 minutes, and that should range from 130 to 135. That'll ensure that all harmful bacteria are killed off, and then as well as preventing it from overcooking, because fish is so delicate.
It's so delicate.
And so, exactly.
And it cooks so fast. Really.
Exactly.
It's one of my favorites to cook because it cooks so fast.
Definitely.
And it's a very lean protein as well. It's a very lean meat.
Definitely. Very tender and flaky as well. Another recommendation is actually to use like the 10-minute rule of thumb, which is to cook for every inch thick the salmon or whichever type of fish, say it's 1 inch, for every inch you cook it for 10 minutes, and then flipping the fish halfway throughout the cook time. So 5 minutes on one side and 5 on the other. But then if it's under a half inch, I don't believe you don't need to flip it, but just to ensure that's even cooking.
Even cooking,
But then the last tip is that if you are using any sauces or cooking the fish in foil, that would
you marinate it or
yeah,
something like that.
It would require additional time just because
it's enclosed.
Exactly.
And I love, one of the things that I feel like preparation, pre-prep for meal pre-prep, whatever they call that. Meal prep, I guess.
Sure.
I like to marinate, whether it be meats or vegetables, marinating the night before so that the flavors really come strong.
Sure.
So something like fish, I will put like lime juice, for example,
so
and perhaps onions or garlic, and then when you come home from work or school or whatever, you cook it, put it on your grill or put it in your oven, and it's really, or in your skillet even.
Oh my gosh.
And it's done in a matter of minutes.
Exactly.
Very, very easy to do.
Definitely.
And then when you add in something like, let's say you put a salsa on top, or you put in something, like a fruit salsa or a vegetable salsa, then you're boosting the nutrition value.
Exactly.
By adding more antioxidants and adding more nutrients to that meal.
Exactly. And you'll never get bored with all the varieties that you can make. So so you can definitely include all of your fish during your week. Well, not all of it, 8 ounces per week.
There you go.
USDA guidelines.
So the bottom line, don't be afraid,
Yeah,
really.
we're debunking.
We're debunking this myth that really don't be afraid of eating seafood. It's a great alternative, great thing to, have variety in your diet, and the benefits really are amazing. And the flavors that you can do, the meals that you can do are, something that, you can become very creative.
For sure. Well, I hope we reeled in the facts for you.
Yes, that's right. Thank you, Bree.
Thank you for
wonderful.
Appreciate
Thanks for
it.
doing all that research.
Oh, of course. It was fun. I learned a lot.
Thank you.